Unless you've been hiding under a rock for a few years, I'm sure you'll be aware that Battle Royales are now a thing that are staying in video games. Love them or hate them, I'm sure we've all had a bit of fun playing them. So I kind of thought, why not see what it would look like if we tried to make one work with 40k? What would happen if we loaded up 6 random enemies into one of those and then dropped them off on the battlefield? Let's go through this kind of concept sort of video, I think. It won't work out perfectly. There'll be some things that we'll want to do a second time. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and sort of have a go at a little concept of Battle Royale working in 40k. So we will be dropping these guys off from an aircraft. I'm sure we'll go through that in a minute. But I just wanted to point out that around the battlefield there are these little weapon crates basically. So everyone's going to be unarmed who drops in, but they're going to be able to get weapons from these weapons crates. I think there's about 12 of them all together, all around. And I'm basically, what I've done is I've created a loot table that each character will roll against to see what weapon they get. Also on the underside, there's a chance for them to get something extra, like a command point. In terms of rules and things, I'm thinking that we'll give everyone a command point to start with, and maybe give everyone 2 wounds to start with, just to make things a bit more interesting. I've tried to create a few little hot spots, little hot areas, so places with 2 crates. There's one here, there's one here. Everywhere else is 1, so there's 1 there, 2. Yeah, just trying to create a little bit of mixed playing areas to try and make things a bit interesting. I'm just moving these guys aside for the time being. Basically, I think the first thing that we'll do is determine what the line is that these guys are going to be dropped off at. We've got a very old school thing here. This is the scatter dice. I used to love scatter dice. First got one in 2nd edition. So basically, from here, what line will this drop be happening on? If it's the hit marker, it still has an arrow on it, so we'll use that. And that's a pretty straight diagonal, pretty much like that. Yeah, so I'm going to line some dice up and move on to the next stage. So now we've got our line determined. I think, that one's a bit offline. There we go. I think what we're next going to do is basically, if you're playing with buddies, you could determine who's going to go in what order. But for now, just because it's me doing a little prototype, I'm just going to start in this order. It's probably in like power order a little bit as well. So yeah, except for this totally unarmed civilian guy. But anyway, they're all unarmed. But one of them's a Primaris, one's a Space Marine, Orc, Eldar Guardian, Imperial Guardsman, and we'll just say he's another Imperial Guardsman. So now I think as the next stage for this part, I think each player would basically place where they want their character to go on the line. And I think the Space Marine, knowing that he's the Primaris, knowing that he's probably the most powerful on there, he's basically going to say, okay, I'm going to plonk on this line. And basically we're going to put each character on there, on the line where they want to be, but then we're going to use a scatter dice, 2d6, and see if they hit where they want to go, or if they actually scatter. So as the next Space Marine, I think I'm actually going to try and hit, so he's over there, he might get a hit and land on it. I'm going to try and hedge my bets and see if I'm going to scatter somewhere. So I'm going to pick this spot in the middle on the line, and then do the next ones. As the squidgy humans, to be honest, I want to be away from everyone, but I still want to. Where shall I go? I'm going to say here. He's just going to go for it actually and try and get in there. Guardsman, a little bit more shy. I'm going to try and just make my own fate over here. What I'll do is if someone scatters off the table rather than saying game over, I'll just re-roll the scatter or put them at the edge. Actually, that'll work out better. I'll put them right at the edge. Wow, really running out of space now for the last 2 guys. We've got an Eldar Guardian. He's also going to try and stay at the edge somewhere over here. Yeah, and then Orc. Orcs are pretty good in close combat. I'm going to try and... The Orc players are going to be very forward and try and go there. So now I'm going to get 2d6 and I'm going to see who scatters and who doesn't, and then move people accordingly. So So first off, Eldar Guardian. Let's see, does he get a hit? Oh yeah, he gets a hit, so he's actually staying there, which is, you know, not perfect, because he's still got to move to get to a weapon. There's one up there as well. Oh, there's two over there. Ooh, let's see what happens. Next we've got the Space Marine. And we've got, whoa, 5 inches, basically towards the Eldar. Next up, who we got? We've got the little Rockstar Imperial Guardsman. And he's going to be 6 inches back this way. Where's that? Wow, into the bush. Okay, fair enough. Real little knot of people here. What's going to happen? It's going to be interesting. And then we got the Orc and the Primaris down here. So Orc first. And he's going 4 inches this way. So that's about there. Then the Primaris. He's going, wow, 6 inches over yonder. Where's that then? Other side of that building, okay. So that kind of mixes things up a bit. All right. And then we have the Guardsman over here. Where's he going to end up? And he ends up hitting, and he lands exactly where he is. So he actually, he gambled on the fact that he'd probably get a scatter, and maybe scatter towards things. But in fact, he's actually just landed there. So there we go. In terms of turn order, I'll do it in the order that reverse order of probably how strong they are. You could do it yourself differently with your friends. You could all roll off and see who goes in that order. In fact, I'll do that now. So Primaris, Space Marine. Okay, they roll 3 each. They can roll off against each other. Rockstar, 1. Oh no. And what's it called? Guardian, Orc, 5, and what was it? Imperial Guardsman. Okay, so the Guardsman and the Rockstar are gonna go last. We'll say it's Rockstar last, Guardsman first. Of those two, something like that. The Orc goes first. So we're going to be basically trying to open up some loot boxes, aren't we, at some stage? So what I'm going to do is say that if someone can move in a single move to within an inch of a box, they can open it at the end of their movement phase. If they advance, they can't shoot. If they just move there, then they can shoot. We'll try that, I think. Put a comment below if you think that that's ridiculous. Maybe we'll find out soon. So basically the Orc's going to try and advance up there and open that and see what comes out of the box. So it's 7 inches I've just measured to go up there and then up there. So I think the Orcs have like a 5-inch move, was it? So basically anything but higher than a 2. And I think he gets up there. So let's do the end of Orc in 1 movement. And look, here we are. We've got the first little box about to get opened, and let's have a look and see. Actually, let's first check underneath it. Is there anything special about this box? +1. So basically I've created a loot table, and this box has a +1 modifier to it. So basically he should hopefully be getting a better weapon. The default weapon we're using is a lasgun, and if something else is rolled, basically, then other things are going to happen. So I'm not sure how to apply the +1 to this. Maybe we'll say it's a +1 here. So yeah, let's roll the dice. +1 to it and see what the Orc gets. Here we go. And it's a 2 +1 is 3. So he's going to get a grenade. Let's find out what kind of grenade he gets. Grenade shot. We've basically got 1 to 3 frag, 4 up crack. What kind of grenades he got? And he's got frag grenade. Not ideal, but that's how these things go. Next up we've got the Eldar Guardian, I think. Well, that's what we're going to do anyway. So next we've got, what is it? 2 inches there, 3 inches up, and then 2 along. So he's got a 7-inch movement anyway. So he's actually able to get himself to here. And then he's going to, we'll check this for any modifiers. No modifiers. Let's see what he finds in that loot crate. 1, so that's a melee weapon. 1 to 3, he's got a chain sword, which will give him an extra attack. On a 4 or more, he's got a power fist. So let's see what that Eldar Guardian gets. And we have an Eldar Guardian with a power fist. I'm not sure if Eldar Guardians can have power fists. I'm sure someone will correct me and tell me how everything I'm doing is incorrect here. But you know what? We're just having a bit of fun, guys. Just having a bit of fun. Don't forget to take that loot crate away from there. Okay, cool. This Space Marine down here, he can go after that Rockstar dude actually. So Rockstar dude now, how far away is he from these? So he can get within, yeah, he's going to be able to actually, this is cool, he can get there without advancing. So let's see what he gets. And, oh, that's, oh, 6! So that's a heavy weapon. Was there any modifiers? +2 modifier, wow. So he's actually totally sitting pretty here. So he's getting a heavy weapon. This is our dice roll table for the heavy weapons, so let's see what happens. If this is a 6, now that Rockstar guy's basically got a las cannon. There we go, let's have a 6. A 2, okay. I mean, he does have a +2, so could I apply the... I mean, 2's a heavy bolter. Okay, he's got a heavy bolter. This guy has a heavy bolter. This guardsman over here is going to try and advance over to there. Let's see what he gets. 5. Okay, cool. So I think that's a 10-inch move. So yeah, that does get him over here. Nice one. He's going to end up getting a weapon. Let's see what it is. Oh, let's check the box actually. It's a 3. Any modifiers? No modifiers. Okay, so what's a 3? Grenade, not ideal. Let's see what grenade he gets. 1 to 3 is frag, and he's also got frag grenades. This Space Marine here is going to actually just move. He's going to scale this. Is normal scaling move, I think. Actually, he'll go here, and he's going to try and charge the Guardian in the next after shooting. What was it? This guy, where's that Space Marine gone? There he is. He's scattered there, didn't he? So he's going to move up here, and he's going to try and open that. Wow, this is a proper cool little face-off here. Whenever I play Battle Royale games, I'm never these guys. I'm never the ones that rushes into the middle. I'm always the one who's hiding, hoping everyone will kill each other. Right, let's do the loot roll. That's a 5, okay. 5 is basically the random rifle section. So 1 is bolt gun, 2 is bolt rifle, 3 and 4 is a flamer, 5 is a melter gun, 6 a plasma gun. And that's a 2, that is a bolt rifle, which is quite a good, what's it called? Primaris type weapon, isn't it? Cool. So now we're going to move on to shooting. I think he moved so he can shoot his heavy bolter. I might need to start writing down who's got what. He's got a heavy... He's got nothing. He's got a heavy... What's it called? A fist. Power fist. He's got frag grenades. He's got a bolt rifle. And he's got frag grenades. Okay. It's the Orc first. See how many shots he gets with his grenades. He gets 3 shots. Obviously going to the intercessor here. He's going to be hitting on 5s. Wow! We're now going to move on to the Rockstar. Heavy bolter. He's actually going to put those shots, I mean, I've done this before. There's 2 people having a fight here, and he's actually going to put the shots into the Primaris, purely because the Primaris is such a, I suppose, primary target for everyone. He's big and tough and nasty, gets lots of attacks. Let's try and take him down. So he's going to be hitting him on 4s. Here we go, Rockstar with a heavy bolter into Primaris Space Marine. And 2 of them hit. Strength 5, toughness 4. These are 3s to wound. Both succeed. -1 AP. This could be the end of it. So he gets 4 up saves. Actually, let me just double check for the terrain he's in. Say that's light cover, so yeah, he's getting his normal 3 ups. Let's see what happens. 3 up saves to the Primaris. 6 and 3, both saved. So I've actually started making a note here of just the turn order. I'm not sure if it's how I was just doing it, but I'm having to pick up. So we're going to Orc, Rockstar, they've been. The shooting has resulted in nothing happening. Eldar, he's got nothing to shoot. He's got a power fist. I'm not sure if you can see it, so that's that done. Space Marine, he's got nothing to shoot either. He opted to not go for any weapons. Guard is, what's it called? Out of range with frag grenades, so his shooting's done. And next we've got the Primaris Marine, who with a bolt rifle is actually going to go ahead and try and soften up this Orc with some shooting. Just for simplicity, we're not going to do doctrines or anything, but I do believe it's a bolt rifle. There's rapid fire 1, I'll just find out. Yeah, so rapid fire 1 half range is going to be 2 shots hitting on 3s into the Orc. Both missed. Wow, when I said it, they each had a... I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna use any what's it called CPs yet. That's shooting done. Now we're gonna go on to the to a bit of hand-to-hand combat and the charging. So who have we got first? The Orc. So first off, the Orc is gonna charge in, just for completion. Yeah, he's got enough interest to get in, so he's charged the Space Marine and will be hitting first. Next, we've got the Rockstar. He can't charge anyone. Then we've got Eldar. So the Eldar with his Power Fist is actually going to charge in on the Space Marine. So I think you need 3 or more to get down there. And he gets it. So Eldar Guardian with a Power Fist is going to absolutely try and squish that Space Marine down there. Nobody else can charge, so we're going to do close combat now. And we'll start off with the Orc, who has got frag grenades. Okay, not going to use them, is he? So I think he's going to get 2 attacks, and he'll be hitting on 3s. And he hits with both of them. We're just hitting with his bare hands now. He's going to be wounding on 4s. None of them. So I just had to look up the stats for the Guardian. Basically 1 attack, hitting on a 3, -1 because a Power Fist is unwieldy. It will double his strength though. So hitting on a 4. And he's hit. On strength means he's wounding the Space Marine on a 3. And he's succeeded. This being a 2 damage weapon, -3 AP, his Power Fist, the Space Marine player now needs a 6 in order to survive. And he's going to have to, if he fails, use his last remaining, what's it called, command reroll point. Otherwise he's out of there. So he needs a 6 to survive. It's a 1, the opposite of a 6. Command point. This is the last chance for the Space Marine to live. And it's another 1. And with that, first blood goes to the Eldar Guardian. And the Space Marine is out of there. Space Marine player opted to not get a weapon. Basically thought, I'm going to take on that Eldar Guardian. And has ended up paying the ultimate price, really. So, yeah, well played to the Eldar. First blood. And what now? Oh, I think we'll have to do the Space Marine fighting back. So Assault Intercessors get 2 attacks, I believe, as a base. Oops, sorry. We're going to be hitting on 3s. 1 hit, 1 miss. Wounding on 4s. Oh, that's failed. Okay. And that was turn 1 of 40k Battle Royale. And what's happened is you've basically got these 2 locked in combat. Not much happening there. Got an Imperial Guardsman with frag grenades, which you can't read on that bit of paper, but it's there. And then you've got this little Rockstar with heavy bolter. And he did some ineffective shooting in the middle. First blood, we had this Eldar Guardian, killed this Space Marine. Now we're going to just let this Guardian consolidate so that he gets out of line. Actually, I don't think he can be seen anyway through there. Yeah, he's alright there. I was going to put him out of line of sight of the heavy bolter, but I don't think we need to. So we're going on to turn 2 now. Movement wise, the Orc's just going to stay there and smack, I think, and then we've got the Rockstar. He's going to move, actually, he's going to stand still. He's got a heavy bolter. I should have done a -1 to hit, shouldn't I? I'm going to stay there because I can open that at the end of my movement phase. Eldar. So the Eldar is actually going to do something maybe a bit, but not very Eldar-y, and is actually going to move to try and take on the Rockstar in close combat eventually. Because he's only got a Power Fist. He's got nothing else. And so that's got him there. So he wants to be able to charge. And that's actually pretty good movement. Like, that's quite a hefty move that he's done there. So yeah, next we've got the Guard. And the Guardsman is going to advance. Like, where's the nearest boxes? I think, what, here? And here? That's not very close at all, is it? He's going to he's going to advance over here. And I'm also going to do no Battle Royale is complete without a circle that closes. So at the end of this turn, we'll do some random circle establishment. Guardsman advancing then, d6 inches. 1. Wow. So that doesn't get him very far. What about there? Oh. Frag grenade Guardsman. Actually, he could have moved and thrown some grenades there maybe. Okay, cool. I've also done these little labels so that if one kills the other one, they can loot. So, and then this could be a Marine with a bolt rifle and some frag grenades potentially. Yeah, let's move on to shooting. So sensing that things are a little bit impending over here, the Rockstar the Imperial Guard Rockstar is going to put all 3 shots of his heavy bolter into this Guardian here, and he's going to be hitting on 3s. Sorry, hitting on 4s. Should I reroll one of these? I think I should probably reroll one because I feel like, yes, this Guardsman is an immediate problem. Wounding on 3s now. Both failed. Bollocks. Whoops. There's no more shooting, so we're going to go ahead and do fighting here for these guys. I'm sorry, I should have said the Space Marine, he's going to stay in combat. I think in turn order, it's best if we do the attacks. So the Orc now, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, fails. Space Marine now, 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. Wow, look at that, that's pretty good. And then wounding on 4s. Failed. Nothing happened there. What I should have done here is done the charging. So what's he called? Eldar's going to charge, and he totally fails to get in. He's going to use his command point to roll one of them. Is that how it works? Yeah, so he ends up getting in. So here we have an Eldar Guardian in close combat with a power fist. Is he going to get a second kill? Wouldn't this be hilarious if the Eldar Guardian just absolutely storms through the whole table, and he's going to potentially take a heavy bolter off them, whatever's in that box. Looking good for the Eldar. So now close combat for the Eldar. 1 attack, he's going to be hitting on a 4, and he's done it. Wow. And the Guardsman doesn't get a save, so he's actually been totally ripped apart. There's 2 damage by the Eldar Guardian. Now Eldar Guardian now has a heavy bolter and a power fist. So the end of turn 2 of this Battle Royale, we basically got a classic conflict in the middle of Space Marine and an Orc who can't kill each other. We've got a Guardsman over there who's doing nothing, and then we've got an Eldar Guardian who has killed a Space Marine and a Guardsman, and now has a heavy bolter and a power fist. So turn 3, and the order that we're going to go in is the Orc, then the Eldar Guardian, and then the Imperial Guard, who's just wallowing lonely and unarmed over there, and then the what are they called? The Primaris Space Marine. So Orc is just going to stay there and fight, just like doing some orky stuff there. Guardian is going to move a little bit up there and going to open that box. Guardsman, I mean, what does the Guardsman even do now? I'm going to try and advance, I think. So, what's a 5-inch move plus D6? Okay, it's an 11-inch move. I'll just check. I think it's 5-inch move. It's a while since I've played. Apologies if I'm getting any of these numbers wrong. So that's a 12-inch move, actually. 6 plus 6 for the Guardsman. Let's see what happens when the Guardian opens the box. Let's first off see if there's any modifiers on the box. No, it's just a straight up box. Let's do the roll for the loot. 3. 3 is grenades. 1 to 3 is frag. 4 up is crack. It's crack grenades. Brilliant. So now the the Guardian has crack grenades, a heavy bolter, and a power fist. What an absolute unit he's turning out to be. So shooting now. He advanced. He can't do anything. They're in combat. They can't do anything. Guardian with the heavy bolter. And I think I might try and just finish off that Guardsman over there. Let's just try and kill that unarmed Imperial Guardsman over there with the heavy bolter. We're going to 3 shots and we're going to be hitting on 3s. All hit. Wounding on 3s as well. Ooh, and 2 of them get through. Guardsman needs to save on a 6. And he's failed. So he's actually down to 1 wound. Uh-oh, he made the Guardsman angry. And that is the shooting done. Now we're going to go on to the Orcs. The Orc and the Space Marine. Let's have the Orc hitting first, hitting on 3s. 1 hits, wounding on 4s, I believe. Yeah, wounds. And 3 up save. Passes. The Assault Intercessor now, hitting on 3s. Ooh, 1 hits. Wounding on 4s. Fails to wound. Okay. And I think that is turn 3 done. This combat is absolutely, nothing is happening. They're just like failing to hit each other. Guardsman's over there on a wound, and this guy's still sitting pretty. Yes, that's what he says, isn't it? Sitting pretty. Okay, let's move on to turn 4 of this Battle Royale. Orc first. I'm actually going to put a turn marker here. The Orc first. Actually, you know, there's part of me as the Orc player, I would want to like jump down here and see if the Space Marine gets hit. See if the Space Marine goes for the Guardsman instead, just for a bit of bit of action. But yeah, I'm just going to stay in combat purely because I'm an Orc Eldar player. I'm actually going to... I should have done -1 to hits because I was moved. Sorry, when I was shooting before. Sorry, Mr. Guardsman. Sorry, viewers watching. So he's going to stand still. And I think he might actually try and soften these guys up with his heavy bolter. And just let people come to him. Guardsman, I'm going to actually try and advance and get a weapon. This could turn around here for the Guardsman, so let's roll to advance. I definitely can't move up there. 11 inches. That might get me up there, you know. Let's have a look. How tall is that? 4.5. Whoops. Plus what? 3 is 7. Yeah, and the Guardsman finally getting up here. Let's have a little look what happens. He's got a frag grenade and something else. Let's keep the wound marker on him, and he's a bit of cover now. Let's roll and see what weapon happens for him. A 6, that's a heavy weapon. Looking at the loot table here, 1's a heavy flamer. 5 is a heavy bolter, missiles, frag, missiles, crack, assault cannon, las cannon. Brilliant. Let's see what he gets. Also see if he's got any modifiers here he can use. Oh, he's got an extra command point. So he's actually got 2 command points he can use. I don't think he's used one so far. Let's go. 5 or a 6 would be brilliant. A 1. That is a heavy flamer for the Guardsman. So now shooting. He can't shoot because he advanced. He can shoot, and he's going to shoot into these. And he's actually going to shoot at the Space Marine. The bolt rifle, I think, is not good really, so we're going to have 3 shots. We're going to be hitting on 3s, okay, and we're going to be wounding on 3s. 1 of them, -1 AP, 4 up save. Actually, is it, he's in cover, so 3 up save, and it's failed, and the Space Marine is down to 1 wound. I think we'll let these guys take turns who attacks first, just for the fairness, I suppose. So Space Marine hitting the Orc on 3s, he hits. Wounds on 4s, fails. Orc hitting back on 3s, both pass. Wounding on 4s, both failed. What rubbish combat this is. Honestly, you should be embarrassed, guys. And that is turn 4. Let's move on to turn 5. It kind of makes sense that we're getting through lots of turns here. Right, what we're going to do now, we've got the Orcs going to stay in combat. These 2 are going to stay in combat. Someone needs to kill someone here, honestly. These guys, he is going to actually... What's the range on a Heavy Flamer? Well, Heavy Flamer has a 12-inch range. And do you know what? This guy can stand up on his own 2 feet now. And he's going to give a little bit back for the Imperium against the Guardian. So he's got a Heavy Flamer. He's in range. I've just measured it. So he could just totally douse this little cheeky bugger in flames. So yeah, combat, dousing, standing still and shooting, because bit cocky to be honest. So the Eldar guy gets to go first in our turn order, so he's going to be hitting the... He's now got a problem. He needs to focus him. Going to shoot the Guardsman on a 3. All hit. Wounding on 3s. Oof, bad news. And the Guardsman, I think, will get a +1 to his save throw, but -1 for the AP. He needs 5s now. He does have a CP to use if he fails one. He's passed 1, failed 1. He's only got a wound left. This needs to be a 5 up. Otherwise, the Guardsman's splattered. And it's splattered. And with that, unfortunately, he only just got a Heavy Flamer as well. With that, he is out of there. What I will do is leave his loot behind, so someone can go and get a Heavy Flamer and a frag grenade if they want to. Yeah, this guy just picked up all the stuff that everyone had. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the... okay, he's out of it, so now we're going to do the Orc hitting the Space Marine. 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, sorry. Wounding on 4s. Failed. Space Marine now. He's going to be hitting on 3s. Honestly, this combat goes on forever. Wounding on 4. Wounded, cool. And I think it's a 5 or a 6 save for an Orc, is it something like that? It's failed either way. So now this Orc is actually down to 1 wound as well. Like I said before, we gave everyone 2 wounds, just to kind of make things a bit more interesting. I realise now that I've actually done the bad thing and forgotten to do the circle that shrinks. This is Battle Royale, we need a circle that shrinks. So I'm going to basically work from the centre point, and I'm going to say that there is a circle, the centre of which is 3d6 from the centre point, which I've just marked out. So it's going to have a centre somewhere, and the radius will be 3d6 inches as well. Okay, let's see how it goes. So 3d6 from the centre. That's what? How many inches? 7 inches that way. Okay. So the centre is here, and it's going to be 3d6 inches. Maybe 4d6 if it just ends up being crazy small. In fact, no, it's going to be 3d6 inches. Let's push them. What size? And it's going to be 4 inches big. That's not super big, is it? Let's see what that looks like. I think I need to find a better way to mark it out, but basically there's a 4-inch circle there. And it's time for everyone to get in there, or perish. The Orc's going to break away from combat, and I'm going to let him advance as well, actually. I don't know if he can advance out of combat, but we're going to say what we can here. So 4, down, whoops, plus 1 along. And then we're going to roll d6 for inches, 1 inch, okay? And then we're going to go, this guy, advance 4, okay, so what, he gets about there. Right, so I'm going to say that they've got like 2 turns to get in there. And if not, then bad news. This guy's actually got a 7-inch move, so he can actually get into the circle, which is just cheesy, isn't it? Just cheesy Eldar stuff. Look how fast they are. And he's got a heavy bolter and a crack grenade and power fist. He's absolutely loving life at the minute. He's really the stronger. But, you know, maybe they should actually focus him. Everyone's advanced, except for the Eldar, who just didn't advance. I'm actually going to have to use some of these dice. Right, he's in. So now we're going to be hitting -1 to hit because he's heavy and he moved. So he's going to be hitting on 4s. All missed. Uh-oh, Mr. Eldar. So now what are we on? Turn 6 or turn 7? It's getting pretty crazy. So they're all going to get in there, I think. So he's going to move up here. And he's going to get within frag grenade range. Because all he's got is frag grenades, don't forget. Who we got next? Eldar. He's actually going to stay there. He's inside the circle. So he can shoot. And then we've got the Space Marine. He's going to move there. And he has a bolt rifle. So he's pretty effective shooting, actually. And he only got 2 shots this turn. So in terms of turns, it's now the Orc's turn. And I think the Orc's going to try and focus the Eldar Guardian with a frag grenade. So we'll see how many shots he gets. He gets 1 shot, hitting on a 5. Failed. Brilliant. The Eldar Guardian is actually going to put 2 shots into the Space Marine and 1 shot into the Orc. So he gets 3 shots. He stayed still. 2 shots into the Space Marine, hitting on 3s. Whoa. Wounding on, what is it, 3, sorry? Wow. -1 AP. Space Marine's in the open. Space Marine needs a 4 up now to survive. And it's failed. 2 shots from the heavy bolter takes out the Primaris Space Marine. Boom. Splat. And he's still got 1 shot to go. This would be an amazing finish, actually. So let's see. He hits on a 3. Hits the Orc on a 3. He hits him. Wow. This could be something else. And he wounds him on a 3. Failed. I'm not sure. I think he has a CP he can use. Let's try and use that. Nice. Failed. Wow. Cool. So that's that. And now we're going to go to close combat. And the Orc is going to declare a charge on the Guardian. Needs to get in. Needs a 6 to get in. Probably needs only actually needs a 5 to get in. So we've got 2d6 here. Wow, look at the pile of things that the Eldar Guardian has killed. Wow, that's amazing. Right, so now we're gonna need five to get in. Oh, he's definitely in, the Orc. Time to smack for victory. Let's see how this goes. The Orc's gonna be attacking first. 2 attacks. We're hitting on 3s. And what are we doing? I think we're wounding on 3s or 4s. Both failed either way. Wow. Don't forget now, what's the Eldar Guardian got? He's got a power fist. He's already killed 2 people with it. And he's going to be hitting on 4s because it's unwieldy. And he hits! Wow. And his strength's doubled, so he's wounding on a 3. And his wound, it's got a minus lots AP. And with that, at the end of this round of combat, an Eldar Guardian with a power fist has won this very first ever 40k Battle Royale. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I think I should have, if I'm going to do it again, which I think I will do actually, leave a comment if you think I should or not, or if you don't think these are fun. I think more boxes. I actually have made a lot more boxes than I actually used, but I think having more of them around will make more like action-packed spots on the map, which would be a bit good. The guardsman was like in no man's land with a frag grenade, but you know, I think he ended up taking a wound off someone, the Guardian, or nearly did, or could have. Anyway, yeah, that was kind of fun. If there's any units that you'd like to see in one of these, then please do shout. Really happy for Eldar players. I think someone left a comment saying call them Dalketh. So Dalketh wins. Let's see if he goes on to win any more of these. I also should have done the circle a bit better. I need to find a way to, maybe I'll just use a bit of rope or a bit of, I've got some beads, like something like that to show the circle and make that bit of a thing to break things up a bit more. The combat between the Orc and the Primaris Marine, we could have probably pushed things along a bit faster if we'd had another circle going on. So yeah, anyway, thanks a lot for watching this video. It's been my first one for a while. I've probably got loads of the rules wrong and things, but that's alright. I had fun doing it. Cool. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you feel like doing those things. I've been Peacetime Painting, and take care of yourselves.